Last night was amazing. Really, obviously didn't really get much better. To qualify for a major European Championship is something that I'd never thought I'd be in that position, especially so soon. Obviously, if you'd have told me a few months ago that I'd be in this position, then I probably wouldn't have believed you. The atmosphere was unbelievable. It's something obviously I've never experienced before. I've played in front of probably bigger crowds than that, but in terms of just the occasion and what it means not just to the players and the supporters, but to the country, I think is something obviously you can't replicate when you play club football. And obviously for me and my family as well, who are proud Welsh, well, half of them anyway. But obviously it's not just for me, but it's for the people around me as well who've supported me throughout my career so far. Yeah, Ash, brilliant. Obviously it was a bit of a weird one because we play for the same club, but I'd never met him before the last camp, so it was a bit of a weird situation. But he's one of the real leaders in the group. He's been there and done it with Wales, and obviously there's quite a lot of younger players in the team, and we need to draw on the experiences of people like Ash to achieve what we have done and hopefully to achieve what we will do. I think some of the experiences that I've had have been just surreal, really. It's, I've done interviews in the past where I've said, like, I've probably watched every Luka Modric video there is on YouTube because he's someone that I look up to as a small technical midfielder and someone who's been the best in my position over the past 5-10 years. He's someone that I've always aspired to be. And then when you're trying to get the ball off him, and obviously trying because it's pretty difficult, it's something that you only when you take a step back after the game and realise the situation, you sort of put it into perspective. So it's been pretty surreal, really. Lincoln City have been brilliant. I was very keen to go there at the start of the season. It was the very obvious choice for me to go out and play football, of course, and that's what the coaching staff here wanted me to do. Lincoln City was, like I said, the number one choice for me. I knew pretty early that I was going to go there, and they've been nothing short of brilliant. To be honest, I've got no bad words to say about anybody there. The fans, the city, all the players and coaching staff have been fantastic, and Bristol City have to take a lot of credit, and Lincoln have to take a lot of credit as well for me being in this position, because ultimately if I hadn't been playing regular football, then I probably wouldn't have had the call up. So. Yeah, nothing bad to say about Lincoln City. They've been brilliant, and hopefully that continues. I have the same feelings towards Cheltenham that I do to Lincoln. It was a club that gave me that platform to perform every week, which is what I needed at that stage of my career. Obviously, a lot gets made of the fact how I ended up going there, which was obviously ended up good for me because I was sort of made to go there, and between the two managers, I'll always be grateful for that opportunity, because I wouldn't be in this position without that, for sure. I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't meant to start the first game, and then Nigel Atangana was ill, and I ended up starting that one and starting the next 37 after that. So I'll always be grateful to him as well, not just Cheltenham. So really felt that that support from Bristol City. Obviously, I haven't been here this season, but I've still felt connected to the club, and obviously with the system we've got in place with the loan players, I think it really does help that you've got staff like Brian Tinian who keep close tabs on you, and obviously the gaffer and the coaching staff I've been in contact with pretty regularly. So it definitely makes it a lot easier when you're out on loan that you still feel part of the club. Delighted to sign the new contract. Obviously, it just tops off what's been a pretty good few weeks and a pretty good season so far. So it's just another thing that will keep me on my toes and keep me motivated, because obviously my ambition is to play for Bristol City, and while I'm still contracted here, that'll always be my aim, especially coming through the academy and growing up in Bristol. It's all I've ever wanted to do, play for Bristol City, and that's definitely my aim for the future seasons. And obviously having this contract gives me that security and the belief that the club have in me, that they do see me playing in the first team at some point.